He walked into my office with 150,000 AED. Still, I told him, sorry, I cannot open your clinic. Hi, I'm Siddharth Paul, and let's analyze in this video, is 150,000 dirhams enough for opening a clinic in Dubai? Beware of your little expenses because a small leak can sink a great ship. While I tell you this proverb, I think of a doctor who visited my office last week. He walked in with cash 150,000 dirhams and he asked me, Paul, take this money and set up a clinic for me in Dubai. However luring it sounded, I had a different opinion for him. 150,000, is it enough to open up a clinic in Dubai? Let's do a breakdown to understand what would be required to open a minimum 1000 square feet clinic in Dubai. First thing would be the location. So let's go with minimalist 1000 square feet or 2-bedroom apartment to build a clinic in Dubai. A place like this might cost you between 150,000 to 200,000 AED. So if you pay in 4 checks, every quarter you would be paying up to 50,000 dirhams. Then let's talk about the license. Your license from economic department would roughly cost you around 27 to 30,000 dirhams. After you get your economic department license, your DHA license would further cost you about 18,000 dirhams. So just in the initial licensing, you would spend about 100,000. That would include your location, your economic department license, and your DHA license would cost you roughly around 100,000 dirhams. So now you're left with 50,000 dirhams, but let's see what's coming next. Dubai is a land of marketing and showmanship. So even if you are building a clinic, people have standards here. And they would love to have warm, comfortable, fancy interiors than just a dull looking clinic. Even if you go to the lowest end, 1000 square feet clinic, you would spend up an interior between 350 to 500,000, and you can just double the cost for about 2000 to 3000 square feet clinic. So let's say you spend 350,000 and you're already touching 450,000 to set up such a clinic. I would also like you to think and plan that you might have some other miscellaneous expenses we didn't think of, so you can keep another 100,000 for such expenses. So if we consider it all, by now we are talking about 100,000 with licensing, 350,000 for your interiors, and another 100,000 for miscellaneous expenses, which will bring you around 550,000 dirhams. Now let's say you have opened a clinic within 550,000 dirhams. You would also need to hire staff. That would be minimum 3 to 5 people, and each person's visa would cost you around 6,000 dirhams with medical, Emirates ID, etc. And many times clinic owners want to ask me that is it the employee who pays for their visa or is it the clinic? So the general practice in Dubai is that the clinic pays for these visas. Other than the visas, there would be also professional license for each and every employee that might cost you between 1000 dirhams to 4500 dirhams depending on their license. So I would say you should keep in your running costs around another 50 to 100,000 for visas and licenses. So now we set up a clinic, but we didn't talk about the furniture, the medical equipments, the fire safety requirements, as well as the salaries of the staff. You can definitely keep another 200 to 300,000 as your running cost and budget to cover these expenses. So for a 1000 square feet clinic, we can easily say we will be spending around 1 million dirhams. Of course, having a consultant would be an added advantage, and I have not considered their cost insane. So if you see, just setting up a 1000 square feet clinic might cost you little above 1 million in Dubai. So I would definitely recommend that it would not be a wise idea to start a business like this in Dubai unless you have 2 to 3 million dirhams in your account. So, considering all the costs and the living expenses of Dubai, I think it was the right thing to tell this client that 150,000 dirhams would not be sufficient for you to start a clinic. And if somehow you did start a clinic, let me tell you, you would be struggling in the running expenses because Dubai is definitely an expensive country and 150,000 dirhams will just drain down and will sink the ship. Hope this video adds some value for all those who are looking to set up a clinic in Dubai with a very limited shoestring budget. I would rather recommend that you come here, earn some money, make money in dirhams, have some savings, and whenever you have ample sufficient saving and income to run a clinic, then only get into this project, because this ship will just not require will, it will also require some funding to keep it floating. Thank you.